Today I am going to make a homemade SPF 50 mineral sunblock cream, and I want to share that with you. I want to tell you how you can determine the SPF inside the mineral cream that you are going to make at home yourself. So because this cream is a homemade cream and is not being made in an industrial level with the professional instruments and tools, so I recommend after making this cream only use it for a short walk outside for a normal day. For example, if you are planning to go for a very long day under the sun, do not wear this homemade sunblock, wear the industrial one, the proper one. And also if you, for example, planning to go to the beach, please do not wear this one because this is a basic level. It's not a professional kind of sunblock, so I totally recommend it. Just do it for a normal daily use. So basically, how to find out how much we have to use zinc oxide for proper SPF that we want. I tell you, for sunblock cream, usually for zinc oxide or zinc oxide, I'm a Persian, so I said zinc oxide sometimes, you need 25% of the zinc oxide of a total weight of your cream. I know it's very difficult to calculate it like that based on a percentage, so I'm going to give you a proper recipe with the measurements and the numbers. So this is going to be almost 100 milligram of sunblock cream that we are going to use with the ingredients which is all natural, and I'm gonna share with you in a moment. So the material that we need, which you make sure that you have this material, of course we need zinc oxide, and you make sure you have non-nano zinc oxide. So what does it mean, non-nano zinc oxide? It means the particle of the zinc oxide are not so tiny and are not the way to go into your bloodstream when you are rubbing this cream on your body. So it is very critical that your zinc oxide has to be non-nano, which I will obviously leave the link of purchasing and ordering all the product that I'm introducing in the video from the country of your residence. So one is zinc oxide or zinc oxide non-nano. The next ingredient you need is natural beeswax pellets, and you need natural shea butter or mango butter. I'm having mango butter because I finished my shea butter. You can just get this one, doesn't matter, but if you have shea butter is better. And one more thing that you need is UV card. We need this, is very important because after incorporating the cream we need to test it to make sure it is even and it has SPF basically. So let's go to the kitchen and let's prepare this amazing cream, which I'm going to tell you the measurement as well. I wrote the recipe in the description box of the video, as well as all the materials that you need for yourself to order. Guys, I made a mistake. I said 100 milligram cream. This is going to be a recipe of 100 gram cream. So also I forgot to tell you, this cream needs to be kept in a room temperature. You don't need to put it in the fridge. It doesn't have an expiry date because we only use oils. It doesn't have any water in the cream, so it doesn't need any preservative, and it's not going to expire because basically there's no water inside this cream. So you can just put it at home in a room temperature and use it as much as you want. Let's go ahead and do it. To start, combine all of your base ingredients, your oils, which is beeswax and shea or mango butter, into heat resistant jar. Next, we are going to set up a double boiler. Place a small cloth at the bottom of your pot, fill it halfway with water, and set your jar inside. Let everything melt slowly over medium to low heat. The cloth at the bottom protects the jar from direct heat. While that's melting, take your non-nano zinc oxide and sift it thoroughly to get rid of any clumps, then set it aside. Once the oils and wax are completely melted, carefully remove the jar from the heat. Grab your electric mixer. You'll only need one blade attached for this, and add the sifted zinc oxide into the warm oil mixture. Start blending until the mixture is completely smooth and evenly incorporated. Right now it looks like a perfect cream, but we aren't quite finished yet. Because the cream is still warm and runny, those heavy zinc oxide particles will start sinking straight to the bottom. To prevent that, we need to ensure the zinc stays perfectly suspended while the cream cools down. Grab a wooden spoon or a chopstick and give it a good stir every 5 to 10 minutes until it fully solidifies. This step is crucial so you don't end up with a cream where all the protection is stuck at the bottom. Now let's test the UV protection. I'll take a piece of cling film and spread an even layer of our homemade cream right over it. We are using a standard UV test card for this. Let's step outside. As you can see, the UV test area on the card instantly turns red in the sunlight, showing that the strong UV rays are present. Now, let's place the card behind the cling film where we applied our cream and head back into the sun. Look at that. The UV section stays completely clear. Our sunscreen is officially doing its job and blocking those rays. Finally, let's take a look at the texture. It glides on smoothly, absorbs well, and the white cast is incredibly minimal, which is exactly what we want for everyday wear. If you want to try making this yourself, the full list of ingredients and links to purchase all the materials are right down in the description box and pinned in the first comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more natural DIYs.